So, I have returned today to do the next part of JoJo Part 5. These chapters being 34 to 38, and as we know, this is actually Narancia's arc. And we're actually slap bang in the middle of it as well. And actually, as I can't even speak English anymore. Jesus Christ, what's going on with me? I'm not writing. It's a really important email, so colleague, please. There we are. See whether or not everything's working perfectly. Everything's working fine. So yes, we are slap bang in the middle of it, and as we know, stuff has got pretty freaking serious. That's what we're getting so far. So, will Narancia get out of this one completely fine? We're not too sure. Will he be able to actually call his friends in time? We're not too sure. And that's the kind of thing we're getting right now. Will he become too small to even begin to actually live a normal life? Would it be like that one movie, which I cannot remember the name of, which kind of reminded me a little bit of this? Can't remember the name of the movie though. But anyhow, enough talk. So today's wallpaper today actually is Shin Godzilla. Oh, have you? Oh, was that due to the? Sorry, I had to actually kind of put this down to about once a week kind of thing, just because apparently I was going a bit too fast according to one person, because the coloured scans ended, and now I'm on to the actual normal scans, and apparently people said just kind of take it a little bit slower than usual to kind of just keep enough content, if you get what I mean, because apparently these scans end at one point as well. Like the new scans end. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So that's probably why I'm a little bit slower than usual. Plus Wednesdays I've actually figured out are the worst days for me, because I'm so knackered. Like midweek I'm out of my mind. I don't even know what the hell's happening. I don't even know how I got home from London sometimes. That's what happens most of the time. And it's literally, I just don't know how I get home. Like, I'm so tired. I'm like, oh Christ, I got home. That's impressive. But yes, so actually on volume 51, I think, as well. So I don't need my headphones anymore, because I actually kind of now know my headphones are working. My actual, what's it called? Microphone's working. That's what I'm looking for. That's the one I'm looking for. Anyhow, so without further delay, let's get this show on the road. So, hey, I'm actually on the right tab this time as well. No problems. We're all good today. We're all good. So, Narancia's Aerosmith Part 4. Also, I had to go listen to Aerosmith after I actually finished the stream for this one as well, just because Aerosmith's a pretty cool band. Like, they really are. So, this is bad. Because Formagio doesn't want him to call his friends, because otherwise it's going to get, like, a bit too hairy for him, I'm guessing. I can't let him use the phone. One, if he blabs to his buddies about my ability, Little Feet, I'm screwed. Two, the moment that call goes through, Bortolati's going to move the daughter to a different hideout, and I'll be even more screwed. Right. What a shame. Just 2 or 3 minutes and he'll shrink down to cockroach size. And his stand's gonna shrink with him until it's rendered powerless. Once that happens, I can torture him to my heart's content before killing him. Just 2 or 3 more minutes, but I can't let him make the call. What a shame. So even in black and white, the actual art looks amazing. So that's why someone in the actual chats last time said dude who looks like a lady. Now it makes perfect sense. I get it now. Now I get it. Thanks for clearing that up. I got really confused at one point. I was like, am I forgetting one of Aerosmith's songs, Dude Who Looks Like a Lady? Because I always kind of, I don't know why, but I always think it's some other band who sings that song that's not Aerosmith. I don't know why. Unless I'm just going nuts sometimes. My music knowledge has gone like, I have no idea. Did I miss anything on that one? I don't think so. No, I didn't. See, when in doubt, always put a number down on your hand. You never know, it might save your life. In this case, it probably has. I swear to God, it actually is a film that reminds me so much of this, and I cannot remember it. You know what? That could be true. That actually could be true. I'm not gonna doubt you there, because that actually might be completely legit, because we know that we know Theme from Part 4 is the very first yandere, so it would make sense when you think about it. So I don't know. You never know. It could in theory be that case entirely. I don't know. Ah. He's still here. That son of a... That was you, wasn't it? I know you're there. Damn it, the phone. Where the hell are you? Now you've got no hope of using the phone. Can you find any others around here? Well, not like you'll be able to climb up there before your 3 minutes are up. It's really kind of depressing, the fact that Formagio's right there, just right in his pocket, just like torturing him in some cases. Really, it's kind of depressing. That's a pretty cool still, actually. I like it. Two more minutes. I'll be better. 2 more minutes. I'd better lay. Can't say the words now. 2 more minutes. I'd better lay low at the bottom of his pocket here. Gotcha, bitch. You're hiding somewhere on me, aren't you? In my pants, right? Are you somewhere in my pants? There you are. You were in my left back pocket all along, you piece of shit. Woo! It's getting serious. It's getting serious. One thing I kind of liked about the scans for the coloured was the fact that it was 2 pages, and you kind of didn't feel the fact there was a lot less dialogue in the coloured scans than you do in the black and white ones. You kind of notice a little bit more less dialogue. That's what I'm kind of getting right now. Whoa, ah. I got you now, F-word. You used... Can't say the word now. Got you now. You used that shrinking power of yours to hide in there the whole time, didn't you? But now you're even smaller than I am. What the... How did he figure it out? Fill him with lead. Aerosmith. Oh, damn. What? What? A ballpoint pen? Yeah. That's just not nice. It's just not nice. Damn it. Where did he go? What did he just do? Where is he? Where is he? Where did he run off to? Where are you, damn it? That was a close one. When I use little feet to shrink something, it takes time and energy to make that happen. But when I restore something like that pen to its original size, I can make it happen in an instant. And the burst of force that the pen released as it grew launched me from his palm all the way out here. But how did an Narancia figure out that I was in his pocket? Did I accidentally rub against him while I was moving about back there? Say the words. Who cares? Maybe I should play it safe and just watch from here. What a shame. But I only got a little over 2 minutes left to go. There we are. That's better. Can't just go around saying who the hell Dio is in the middle of a goddamn JoJo stream. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. It's just not right. Whoa, he couldn't have. Impossible. I flew several meters away from him with that pen and hid behind a sign. How does an Narancia know where I am? It's chasing me down. I've been meaning to do that for a couple of days, but then I thought to myself, you know what? Because he's actually saying all those things, just let him bore himself out first. Actually, kind of allow him to actually kind of leave himself. And then in the end, he said, "Oh, who's Dio?" I was like, that was your mistake. That was mistake number one. Also, the fact that you thought that America and Britain were exactly the same place. That was the other thing. But anyway. I thought I went back and see if I missed anything on the first one, but I didn't. So everything is alright. Oh shit. Little feet. I like this arc. This arc's pretty good. I always like the fact that even though it's not animated, in your mind you're thinking about how it is animated and how you kind of just imagine it just moving. Kind of cool. It's the only manga besides Naruto I've ever had that with. They can just imagine it being animated. It's pretty good. Pant. That was a real close shave. He would have killed me if I hadn't blasted myself over here with the air pressure in that tire. Oh snap. The stand, Aerosmith, spraying and praying isn't the only thing it can do. It's using some kind of method to track me down, and it's hot on my tail. Narancia's height, 50 centimeters. Hello! So, stand name, little feet, host, Formaggio. Power, D. Speed, B. Range, E. Permanence, A. Position, D. Potential, C. So ability. Objects cut by its index fingers will rapidly shrink. Once cut, targets will shrink without limit, no matter where they run, and regardless of the effective range of the stand. A. Very good. B. Good. C. Average. D. Poor. E. Very poor. It's a JoJo history lesson of the day. Now we know. So height, 49.2 centimeters. 48.2 centimeters. Narancia's Aerosmith, part 5. His ability. He's not looking at me or directing the sound. He's not looking at me or directing the sound that I'm making. Or detecting the sound that I'm making. That alone can't explain how he found me when I was hiding in his pocket after pressurized air in the tire blasted me away. Ah! Crunch, crunch, crunch. Scree! Gotcha, you're in the Gotcha! You're in the storm drain. Say the words. Whoa! Blurp, 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 blurp. Blurp. JoJo's ultimate dialogue. I kid. JoJo had some amazing dialogue. But it's, you know what's even weirder? The fact that this is actually done in color in Spanish, but not in English. Because I went over to Batata and I had part 4 in color. I was like, wait, when did that happen? I don't ever remember it being in color. But then I found out, oh, it's in Spanish. And then I found out, oh, the whole entirety of this arc has been done in color in Spanish, but not in English. I've always thought that was kind of strange. I thought, wow, because 9 out of 10 times it's always the other way around. It goes English first, then Spanish, and everything else after that point. And that's what I've always seen, but no, apparently. I was like, it's kind of surprising. I was surprised. F. He's even detected me in the water. Here he comes. Little feet. Raw. Damn it all. This sucks ass. This does suck ass when you think about it. In your case, therefore, Maggio. This ability of his, it's far more than I bargained for. What can I do now? Maybe if little I can't speak. I don't think it's entirely in color just yet. I just think this arc is done in color, which is even stranger. Because if you go on to Batato, all 8 parts are done in Spanish in color. I was like, that's incredibly strange. Because it's just one of those things. Because it normally always comes after the English, but not in this case. I was like, Okay. Not really a problem because I can read Spanish, but still, I was kind of surprised. This ability of his, it's more than I bargained for. What can I do now? Maybe if Little Feet shrinks me down even more, then maybe he'll lose me. Or I'll give it a shot. Well, wait, I can't do it. If I shrink down even more, I'll be small enough for those rats and spiders to eat me. The world of the small is their domain. Damn it! This just keeps on getting worse. I've got to do something, or he'll shoot me. But what can I do? Ah. I've got nothing to admit. That's the problem. You keep on saying those things. I've got nothing to admit. But what? He filled the rats of all full of holes? He killed the rats, but why? To leave you alive, to actually kind of scope you out. Woo! Could it be? Irk. Oh, even worse. Even worse. He's passing by. He's searching for me. Breathe. My breath. It's because I've stopped breathing. Narancia stand. Aerosmith tracks its targets via their breath. Huh. Mosquitoes use the carbon dioxide animals exhale out of their mouths and the lactate. Yeah, that's true. They just remember. You made me remember that whole entire thing about part 4 when the rat took down Jotaro. Oh god, I remember that part. That was an experience. That bit. That was a pretty good episode, I must say. I just told you, don't take everything at face value because deep down it can kill you. And look what happened with Jotaro and a goddamn rat. I mean, damn. That was an experience of a part of JoJo. Mosquitoes use the carbon dioxide animals exhale out of their mouths and the lactic acid in their sweat to find their skin and suck their blood. And Aerosmith is tracking my carbon dioxide the same way. Squeak. The hell did I leave my tissue? Did I leave my tissue? God damn it, I lost my tissue. Oh no, I got it here. No, we're actually just one chapter in. We actually are one chapter in, so you're fine. Ah, oh, Christ, and the bicycle my nose is so itchy today. He shot another one. He can't tell the difference between my own breath and the rat's. That's gotta be it. It's my breath. He's been detecting my carbon dioxide. Oh, CO2. They said it. I thought it said co only, but then it said CO2. I was like, I'm an idiot. That's why he knew I was in his pocket, and now that I think about it, he stopped searching for me when those bystanders showed up too. The scene back then too. That's because he didn't want to accidentally shoot them. Alright, I found them. Pretty gross, but you don't scare me anymore, Narancia. Arr. Ah, I see. There's so many of them. All at once. They're all moving, no running in different directions. These dots. Are they rats? Are they rats? Are these their breasts I'm seeing? They're all the same speed, and they're all moving the same way. A threat is something that exists only because of the mystery behind it. How can you detect me now that I've figured out the mystery behind it? The ability of yours isn't any scarier than a mosquito. Narancia. Ugh. Gah. Got him. You've lost track of me. Ha ha ha. Now I've won, Narancia. I just have to make my escape, and then it will be torture time for you. Woo! No, not really. No effect on me. It's fine. Like, nothing affects me anymore. Like, I'm I'm literally complacent to everything in the universe. Nothing really does anything to me. Now that song's stuck in my head. I can't get it out of my head now. It's such a goddamn catchy song as well. It's a problem. What? Why is it heading my way? They're all moving the same way, every last one of them. But there's one rat breathing harder than the rest. Why is it breathing so heavily? It's spewing tons of CO2. Huff, 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 huff. Well, this is an experience if you think about it. From like you're riding a rat. Huh. That's a pretty clever thing to do, I ain't gonna lie. He's the enemy, but I agree that he's pretty smart. It's pretty good. Is it tired? Is that why it's panting so hard? Is it tired because it's carrying a big load on its back, huh? It's worth a shot. Let's see what happens if I shoot the hell out of this big one. Huff huff, huff huff. Jesus Christ, my throat is going weird again. Oh shit. Wow. He just got shafted. Shafted. A class shafting. A class. Alright, direct hit. Ah. Huff huff, huff huff, huff huff. That was a close one. He's not dead. Ah. Your time's up, Narancia. You would have had me if I hadn't grown back to my original size. I would have died, but enough time's passed to shrink your stand so small that it's harmless. Oh. Yeah, I think it generally isn't. I think it's generally kind of sort of weak in some cases. Like it's like it's one of those things that the ability is really freaking good, but the power level of it's not that great, which is kind of, it makes up for the ability itself, but not for the power level, if you get what I mean. Like it kind of, it's not so powerful, but it's kind of powerful in its own way. He's not dead. Height, 13.2 centimeters. He's smaller than a goddamn ruler. Like, he's going small enough that you could, in theory, I don't freaking know. So what part are we on now? Because I can't read it anymore. We're on part 6, I think? Yeah, part 6. So, standard name, Aerosmith, host, and unsure. Let's say the second name because I'm not pronounced that one. So power B, speed B, range B, several dozen meters, permanence C, position E, growth C. Flies like a plane and carries bullets and bombs, tracks and detects humans and animals through their breath, carbon dioxide. Due to its low precision, it cannot score hits without firing a massive barrage. Huh. We're learning so much, actually, when you think about it. I actually quite like those things at the beginning of the actual chapters when it tells you a little bit about the stands. Because you know already going into the chapter itself, but actually kind of get some more knowledge on it. It's actually pretty freaking cool. I'm shrinking. If I'm shrinking then, god damn it. Narancia's Aerosmith Part 6. Don't tell me Aerosmith's powers have got shrunken down too. Height 13 centimeters. My attacks won't work on him anymore. Oh, there's a squad. There's a goddamn squad. I think if I say the words, I think I got my actual thumbnail sorted for today. Show's not actually in colour though. That would look freaking boss in colour. Freaking boss. It's so freaking cool. You can sit there about 25 minutes and just admire it. Just so freaking nice. It's so good. You just want to mount it on the wall. Just like look at it for the rest of your life. Like, yeah, made a good purchase. Shit, I got to get Aerosmith out of the drain. Get back here! Don't let him catch you. Height 12.7 centimeters. I have to give up, but I've got to find somewhere to hide. I can't let him catch me. He's getting desperate too. He'll stop at nothing to make me spit out where the boss's daughter is hiding. It's so far away. It takes forever. The sidewalk's huge. Oh, Christ. There's a cat now. Move it. Get the F out of the way. F out. Oh, F out of my way, sorry. This is actually a pretty, So it's Yiga. Can't say the goddamn word. Yiga. Yiga? I think it's how you pronounce it. Like if you put it all into one sentence. I think it's Yiga. Let me see at the top. Damn it. What? Hey. Ha 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 ha. Aha. You sure made it difficult, but now I got you. But there's no escape once you're under Littlefeet's spell. Now, Narancia, why don't you tell me? Time's running short, so tell me where the boss's daughter is hiding. Kill me, damn it! You think Narancia Yiga, Yiga's the kind of guy who sell out his own crew to save his own hide? You assholes are trying to abduct someone. She's not even a member of the gang or anything. She's just an ordinary girl. Orders or no orders. Borgelati hates the effer who dared do such a thing. And who wouldn't hate you? We said we'd protect her, and we're gonna do it no matter what it takes. Talking about your own stupid affairs now. What a real shame. All this talk about your team and you're gonna protect the girl. I don't give two F's about your affairs, Narancia. Tell me something that'll help me kill the boss and get a hold of his multi-million-dollar drug business. Millions of dollars is not uncommon to see bloodshed over that much cash. Give us his daughter. If we want to find out his identity, we'll need his daughter. And we're gonna take it all for ourselves. There's no turning back now. With the way the gang works, I can't say the words now. with the way the gang works, as it matures as an organization, there are bound to be insiders who seek rebellion against the leader. The boss accepted such traitors before he established this gang, which is why he hid his identity. Oh yeah, said the word. The drugs that arrive from Central Asia at low cost can be sold throughout Europe and America for dozens of hundreds of dollars The drugs that arrive from Central Asia at low cost can be sold throughout Europe and America for dozens or hundreds of times the original price. Thus, it is no surprise that many would seek to seize the boss's drug routes, even at the cost of their own lives. Memories surfaced in Formaggio's mind, memories of the disgrace that his team had suffered, and now here was his chance to uncover the boss's identity. Formaggio's group was composed of 9 members, or at least it used to be. Among them were 2 men named Sorbet and Gelato. The two were heinous criminals, but they always worked together. They were so close that some might wonder, were they a couple? The 2 of them defied the rules of the gang and secretly sought out the boss's identity. Formaggio's team had originally been formed to carry out an assassination. Even though the assassinations were jobs that came with mortal risks, the only compensation was the boss's pay. Even though their talents were worth so much more, they held animosity against the drug trading boss for their meager pay. One day, Gelato's corpse was found on the sofa of his own home. The cause of death was asphyxiation. He had died choking on a piece of cloth. There were no other wounds on the body, but a piece of paper marked Castigo punishment was stuck to his clothes. The boss had realized Gelato was investigating his past and executed him. Formaggio and his team were consumed with rage at the sight of Gelato's corpse, But what became of his closest friend Sorbet? They searched for him, but to no avail. A few days later, a parcel was delivered to Team Space. When they opened it, they found an object framed like a painting. But this was no painting. There was an identifiable object encased in the glass that the frame enclosed. What could it be? Who was its sender? More and more parcels arrived before they had to ponder anything. More and more parcels arrived before they had time to ponder any further. In total, they received 36 pieces of artwork. And once they opened them all, Formaggio and his team finally came to realize these were no pieces of art. When they removed the frames and aligned these things upright and in order, they found that's better. Oh god, my throat was getting a bit weird then. I couldn't feel it for a second. I was like, whoa, what's going on there? And I actually was like, okay. Just my throat's a bit dry. It was, in theory, a body. The whole entire time. The plot thickens. Formalane. I can't say that word now. Four-membered cross-sections, or Sorbet's corpse. Well, that solved that mystery. He revealed his face. His rebuilt face was twisted and angry, in all likelihood, Sorbet had been sliced into pieces with a sharpened blade, starting from his toes while he had still been alive. Of course, he must have died at some point during the gruesome process. However, at the same time, Formaggio and his team came to the second realization, a realization about Gelato, who had been branded with the word punishment and died choking on a rag. It was only natural to assume that the boss had captured the two of them together, although they might have seen the boss's face at the time, and afterwards Sorbet was cross-sectioned before Gelato's eyes. The rag had been his gag. Oh wow! Oh wow! This is getting serious. This is serious and dark. Wow. The fear, the despair, and the sheer shock of seeing his closest friends being cut into pieces was too much for Gelato to bear. So he sucked the gag deep into his throat and died. It was a wordless message, a masterfully executed message that signified the boss's overwhelming might, and overwhelming ruthlessness, capped with his own cold cunning. After this show of force, enough to rival the gods themselves, who would have been so fearless to dare attempt to seize the boss's turf? Formaggio and the 6 remaining members of the team had begun to wonder if searching for the boss's identity was a futile act. They were on the verge of giving up. That's it, until the news of the boss's daughter had surfaced. Tell me where the girl is hiding, Narancia. If we can get our hands on the boss's flesh and blood, if we can get our hands on the boss's flesh and blood's daughter, there's no doubt that she's got a stand ability too. That's what the boss wants to keep under wraps. If she doesn't, then the boss wouldn't be trying to keep her hidden. If we can see her ability, then the boss's identity is as good as ours. That girl is the hint we needed to take the boss down. That girl is a stand user? I kind of picked this up down in the sewer. Wanna let her have a bite? Oh god. Why don't we keep this up until you feel a bit more talkative, Narancia? Height, 7.8 centimeters. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh man. Oh. God damn, this is This is getting a bit got a bit dark, like really quickly. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting that, but I mean, damn, the boss is a bit wacky when you think about it. To say goddamn least, he's a bit of a wacky fellow, the kind of guy you don't want to mess with, as we actually just kind of came to realize. Man, oh man, don't mess with the boss, as they say. Right, so 21 pages, and we're on part 7, I think. Yep. Cool. Cool. Actually, I think it's only about 18 pages when I think about it. That's 20. Yeah, 19. Make up your mind, Narancia. If you're gonna tell us where the girl is hiding, you better do it soon. Ow. Height, 7.1 centimeters. This is a real shame. I swear, if these scars turn into bald spots, there's gonna be hell to pay. Hey, Narancia, did you know there's a type of spider from the South America called the Black Widow? They say its poison is strong enough to kill a man. The poison comes out of its jaws, and you're in big trouble if it bites you. Now this guy's not a Black Widow. It's just a regular harmless old spider. But even she's got some poison in her bite. And that's more than enough to paralyze some puny insect. Oh. Damn, part 5's going a bit wacky. We're like 38 chapters in, it's already gone to like, oh, is it? Sounds fine to me, I think. Is it right now? I think it's fine. Just heard it just snap. No, it sounded fine. Make it just be. Oh, I know why. If I find next to my actual microphone, that's probably why. Thank you. That's very kind. Oh man. Whoa there. Didn't I tell you? Your stand's totally harmless now. I'll hold on to your stand for now. I'd rather not let you shoot the spider after all. It would be a pain in the ass to crawl through the sewers for another one. This empty bottle's gonna be your fighting ring, Narancia. Why, you mother effing... Well, this is getting a little bit crazy, isn't it? Oh man, oh. Why is Rocky good at drawing spiders, for God's sake? One of the things I didn't want him to be good at, he's really freaking good at doing it. Drawing spiders. Ugh. Ugh. You hate them. Hate the presence of spiders. Don't mind them, just hate the presence of them. She sees you. I think she spies on you with all 8 of her little eyes, Narancia. Let me out. Let me out of here. Listen up, Narancia. One little bite won't kill you right away. The first thing her venom's gonna do is paralyze your muscles and keep you from moving about. You'll remain wide awake, so if you ever feel like telling us where the daughter's hiding, you can start talking any time. But once she captures you, that's when things get nasty. She's gonna start pumping you with the digestive fluids along with her venom. And let me tell you, that wouldn't end well. Those fluids will slowly melt your insides until they start looking like a vanilla snake, so she can drink it all up. Oh, no, shake, not snake. Sorry. but you'll still remain conscious, so if you have the change of heart, you can always start talking, even while you're being eaten. Though, just a bit of advice from me, you should do it sooner rather than later. I really don't want to watch any guy get melted and eaten alive by a spider. Oh man. Whoa, she's fast. F you. Take this, you piece of shit. Oh god. Now we're actually getting we're getting a fight between an Narancia and a spider. Like, man. Steve, I'll even kill you. Glass shard. He's a pretty quick thinker. Where did he pick that up? Ah, reminds me of Resident Evil a little bit. I don't like Resident Evil for that matter. Like, the only reason I can't play Resident Evil 1 HD or Resident Evil 203 is for the spiders. Spiders terrify me in video games. I don't mind them in real life. Spiders in games terrify the living hell out of me. And also in media. Just anything. Can't stand them. Can't stand them. Ugh. A string? When did she... I didn't even see her shoot it. Ah. Ah. Oh my god. Oh wow. He's been bit. Ah shit. That's it, Narancia. She's caught you. Caught you. I bet you can feel your muscles cramping up, right? Now out with it. It's now or never, Narancia. She's gonna inject her digestive fluids and melt you down. Pan. F. You won't get a word out of me, damn it. What is this? Back when you whipped out that glass shard, this thing fell out of your pocket, so I thought I'd pick it up. So I guess I don't have to talk to you after all. Oh! This is a map of the town, right? A driving map. There are pen markings on it. To make sure you wouldn't get lost, you mark down every single corner where you have to turn. Are you retarded or something? All I've got to do is follow the markings in reverse and I can see where you came from. The vineyard, you came from the vineyard, so 40 kilometers away. Holy cow. I've got it, the boss's daughter, Trish. It's in a house around here. Oh. I don't know what I was reading a second there. I got it, the boss's daughter, Trish, is in a house around here, isn't she? I think Lisa is the most hottest person in the whole entirety of JoJo. Like, I don't think anyone comes closer to Trish. Not Trish. What am I saying? Lisa. My brain just gone. My brain's went to crap just then. Don't know what happened. Oh man. How long we actually elapsed on this thing? 43 minutes. Wow. I did it. I found her. I didn't need you. Need you any Wahaha. I found it. I found her. I don't need you anymore. Wahaha. Grazie, Narancia. You can just stay there and relax while that spider makes you into its next meal or breeding site. Shit for brains. My Aerosmith has the power to track its targets by their carbon dioxide. But a living, breathing organism isn't the only thing that can generate carbon dioxide. When stuff burns, it gives off carbon dioxide too. Whew. What's this all of a sudden? That's enough, Narancia. You can just shut up now. Gah. You did what you could. I salute your loyalty and your guts. I'll let the rest of your team know when I'm killing them, so just rest easy while that spider turns you into syrup. I remembered something. Back when I was tracking you with Aerosmith, I shot a car, and I'm pretty sure I opened up some holes in the gas tank. But those holes aren't so far away. I can really tell where they are from here. My stand and I are just a few meters tall now. But if only I knew where those holes were, then I could light the gas on fire. And that's when it hit me. The bullet holes are still smoldering, so they're giving off carbon dioxide. I can detect them with Aerosmith. Question mark. I'll take hottest girl so far as Lisa only because I haven't seen the rest of the characters yet. So I shot them. When your little feet caught Aerosmith, I wasn't trying to shoot the spider, but I did get a little worried because with those tiny bullets, it would have taken a while for the fight to really get going. What? Oh snap! The JoJo way of getting out of things. It's a perfect way of doing things. Wow. Haha. Haha. Damn it now. All of my shopping bags are on fire. But at least I don't have to worry about that spider bite anymore. Height 5.5 centimeters to 170.5 centimeters original height. Oh. Oh. I approve that list as well, to be honest. That's a pretty good list. Got to admit, when I see a good list. That's a terrible pun. That's an awful pun. That's an awful pun. Ich. Ich. I didn't know it was GA7. Didn't know it was GA7. Whew, that's better. Gone for a little while longer. He'll be back. It's fine, but just to kind of get him away for a little while. Just it's a peaceful time. How dare ya! I'll kill every last one of ya. I just hit the wrong button. And Unchess Aerosmith Part 8. Gah! She's hiding at the vineyard. Man's on fire. Quite literally. Try to die on Narancia. Narancia's Aerosmith Part 8. Man is still on fire but doing things. Give the guy props. Give the guy props. Does it give up? Does not give up. I have no idea. Trevor 17. How dare ya? I want that on the back of the manga once it releases in England or in America. I want that as a quote. Just how dare I? It has to happen. I've said too many quotes that are quotable for the box art. I've said too many. I've said too many. If there is anything before I continue? No, I have not. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's a feet. Wow. What? He shrunk his own body and slashed his own wrist to put out the fire with his own blood. That's impressive. It's impressive. The bastard, he's trying to run. Shit, I can't let him get away. the radar with all these fires. Is this fortune or misfortune? Wheeze, wheeze, wheeze. I'm the best SFX dude in the world. I would make that my profile picture and everything if someone actually did that. Oh man. I've never been mean before, but I want to be mean now. I can't meme myself. That's against the law. That's against the law of memeing. You can't meme yourself. That's not how memes work. If you memed yourself, you played yourself. That's the question. That's the answer. Once you memed yourself, you played yourself. And DJ Khaled would not like that. The huge fire you started is putting out a ton of carbon dioxide, all because you blew up the car. We're all memes. That's just the reality of life. We're all just memes. We're all just memes waiting for the larger meme to happen. That's the truth. It's the truth. And now you can't track me anymore. Wheeze, you little, where the hell did you go? If I had to call this a victory or defeat, I'd say it's a victory for me. My goal is to find out where the boss's daughter is hiding. And now I know her hideout somewhere in the vineyard 40 kilometers south of here. All I got to do is back away and tip off to the rest of my crew. Then we'll kill you all. You may have burnt me good, Narancia, but we will get our payback. You can't find me anymore. I win. Catch me outside. How about that? JoJo is the original meme. You ever had that gratifying moment once you read a part of JoJo and then you actually get all up in the memes? You're like, I know that meme now. I know what that means. You're like, I know it. I'm a part of the crew now. You're part of the JoJo meme crew. You're like, yeah. It's a gratifying moment when you actually realize the memes. You're like, that's the meme. That's the meme. It all just comes full meme. I had it with part 4. Once I actually finished part 4, I knew I was a part of the crew of memes for part 4. I knew if anyone were to say anything to me, I knew that meme. I knew it. And I was like, I know what you're saying. And I can actually answer you back now. Tis a good moment when you think about it. That's a kind of a really depressing kind of goal in life, to actually be a part of the meme crew. Yeah, the To Be Continued meme was the kind of big thing of last year. Like, it was with everything. I didn't know whether or not people knew where it was from. Like, people just quoting it left, right, and centre. I didn't know people knew it's from JoJo or anything like that. I thought, do you even know it's JoJo? That was it as well. It's Koichi's posing, opening one of Diamond Unbreakable. I do remember that meme as well. To be honest, I think part 4 probably out of most of them had, I think the second most memes. I think part 3 had the most so far. Just because of how many memes there are for part 3. See, JoJo brings out the memes in all of us. Did I miss anything on the last page? I didn't miss anything. I was just say, did I miss anything or did I not miss anything? I don't know. Explosion. I can't find your breath, all because the fire's too big. Then I'll just have to make it bigger. That's legit. That's legit. The I refuse thing for Rohan was pretty good though. I like that one. Because everyone used it in the perfect situations. Yeah, Kira's soundtrack fits of everything was another one as well. And also Kira's reaction as well. That was the other thing as well. It was Kira's reaction. That was one of the ones that you got as a PNG file. We actually just inserted everything. I think they inserted it on the Anime Awards once. What was his face? Yashido won Best Villain. They actually put his face over the top of the actual thing. It actually said the name. I was like, that's pretty freaking good. It's his reaction face to it. It's amazing. If I set fire to the whole street, that'll fry your puny ass to crisp. There's nowhere left to run for, Magio. Are you insane? Whoa. Okay. Whoa! Holy crap! Man's come back. The man's come back. The man's come back. The Anime Awards was a catastrophe of a system, to be honest. I agreed with a certain number of them. I was like, okay, I can see why. But then the most of them I was like, no. Granted, I didn't agree with anything until they actually put JoJo Part 4 as a nomination for Best Anime of the Year. If that wasn't on there, I didn't agree with anything. Like, the only one I wanted to win Anime of the Year was the only anime I wanted to win Anime of the Year was Showa. That was the only one there because it's the only one there that actually deserved it. But no, it didn't win it. I was like, why am I not surprised? No one understands the brilliance of Showa, so what was the point? I think the worst thing, I always said that, I'll say it once again. I think the worst thing they did with the Anime Awards what's his face? Satoru and Kaio a couple. I was like, they're not even a couple! Stop making them a couple! I'm just like, stop it! It pisses me off because they're not a couple. They're not meant to be a couple. They aren't gonna be a couple because the whole entire thing isn't for love. It's like, then stop it, okay? Thing pissed me off. Thing pissed me off the most. That was the one that pissed me. That's the one that took me off the edge. I was like, no, I ain't accepting that as a nomination. No. Why isn't Koichi and Yukaku on there? Okay, why aren't those two on there? They were a good couple. No. Made me rage a little bit. Yeah, Mob did deserve it as well. Damn it. But it was destined not to be what we wanted it to be honest. I think we all wanted it to be something else, but we knew deep down it's gonna be Yuri and Ice for everything. Like, I think it was just inevitable. To be honest, I'm not so mad that it won Anime of the Year because I would have been more pissed off if ReZero won Anime of the Year because I think everyone tends to overhype that show to a point that it doesn't deserve the actual like kind of place. So, I mean, if anything, Yuri and Ice deserved it for what it kind of accomplished, but in my personal opinion, Showa Rakugo Shinju should have won Anime of the Year. That's how I see things. That's my opinion. I don't mind it. Because I think out of all the shows that year, I think Yuri and Ice accomplished the most. So it deserved the nomination and the actual award itself. Like, I think that's the case, but ReZero is good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just not saying it deserved Anime of the Year either. It's just, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just not saying it's the best thing ever. How everyone makes it out to be. Like, it's just pretty freaking good. That's the only thing it is. Setting fire to the whole entire street. You gotta be out of your goddamn mind. This ain't my worst. At least I don't have to torch the whole town. No, the reason why you did it is utterly insane. It's because it's a sign that you want me to end your life right now. I managed to approach you under the cover of these flames. My stand's faster than yours. I think you're forgetting one. Wait, I read it wrong way. I think you're forgetting one thing when it comes to melee combat. My stand's faster than yours. Maybe so. Bring it, Narancia. Little feet. Yeah, people did overhype it. It's a good show. I'm not saying anything against it, but it's just the fact that once it was over and you kind of just realised the flaws it had, you're like, it's not as good as everyone makes it out to be. Like, it was one of those shows that it kind of captivated you, but once you kind of read into it and kind of just thought about it, it was like, no, it wasn't fantastic. It was fantastic the first time you watched it, don't get me wrong. Once you kind of watched it the first time around, you're like, yeah! But then afterwards you're like, No. I think out of all the shows that came out that season, I think probably Flying Witch was the best one, and I think second in summer was Mob Psycho 100, but sadly, no. Sadly, no. And also Emilio's best girl of the show as well. Like, everyone says Rem is best girl. I'm like, no, Emilia is. Oh yeah. It's into hand-to-hand combat. I didn't think that Fumagiwa would get out of this one alive, but what was he thinking the whole entire time? It's like, you're in JoJo, you're going against one of the protagonists of the actual goddamn manga. Like, you got to realise you ain't gonna get out of this one completely A-OK, fanbo. Like, you ain't gonna get out of it, so why are you thinking that you're gonna get out of it? Like, you gotta understand it. I thought you would have read the rest of the parts to actually understand that you will be effed, you go in the middle of this whole entire thing. Nah, he didn't read part 1 to 3 to actually understand that. What a real shame. Just going shopping turned into a huge mess. Am I right, Narancia? And from here on out, it's only gonna get worse for all of you. It's a really freaking good end thing for a actual bad guy. I love it. Wow. Going shopping, ha ha ha. Mission not accomplished. My stuff and cash are all burned up. Host, Fumagiwa, stand, little feet, deceased. And there we are. There we are. And there we are. And there we are. We hit the end. We hit the end of the actual arc on Narancia. Narancia's Aerosmith. Ooh, damn. It was a freaking good arc. Must say, I think it's actually my favourite one so far, and I always said that about every single goddamn arc. But I think this actual manga tops itself each goddamn arc. I'm like, it just gets better and better. Like, it's so fantastic right now. I mean, goddamn it. I love Fumagiwa as well, because he's a bad guy, but he's kind of cool as a bad guy, because you bought why he was doing what he was doing. Yeah, you don't agree with it. You can't like, yeah, I understand why he's doing it because of what really happened back in the past, but you just don't agree with it because it puts everyone else in jeopardy. But still, I kind of like the fact they actually gave context to what he's doing. It's not just for the sake of doing that. Like, that's the kind of thing I like about this show. Oh, about this manga, actually. I say show, but it's actually a manga right now. Is the fact that they actually give context to the bad guys. It actually gives you enough knowledge to actually know why they're doing what they're doing. And now you actually get to know more about how the boss handles things. And it's kind of messed up. Oh, really? I'm gonna look at that now, actually. I'm not gonna see whether or not you're hold on, let's actually have a look. Let's have a look. You got me curious. You got me curious. I'm curious. I'm curious. Well, it's better than most of the things I get called. Like, everyone thinks I look like Austin Powers. I'm like, really though? You know what? I kind of see it. I should cosplay as him. I see it. You know what? I see it. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. Because I see it. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. But yeah, as I was saying beforehand, it just gives you context to the characters. And it just, now we know how the boss handles things. You're like, freaking hell, he's messed up. Yeah, granted, you kind of knew that he'd be like this because 9 out of 10 times most kind of like mafioso boss tend to be this kind of way. They tend to be kind of a bit wacky. But when you just saw what he was doing, you're like, freaking hell. And also, how this arc played out. I love Fumagiwa's stand, how to actually kind of make someone go that small. And then kind of torture them to a point of no return. But then how he actually tortures them is even freaking more fantastic. I mean, putting Narancia into that bottle with a spider was like, wow. Like, it's just one of those things. Did you know Did you know that characters were also drawn by Kubo from Bleach? Oh, really? Did not know that. But yeah, it's just, you're like, wow, like everything's getting really freaking serious in JoJo. That's the kind of major thing I kind of take away from JoJo now. Everything's getting to the point of, there is no safe place for any characters. Any single character really can be put in jeopardy and actually probably get killed. Like, it's very much shown in this arc. Narancia was not safe at all. So are Mista as well. Like, it's just constantly telling you now the stakes are even higher than before. No one is safe. You know what? Man speaks truth. Ram is the best. Kubo drew Gachio for the JoJo 25th anniversary. Oh, really? I did not know that. Didn't a lot of people actually didn't a lot of people draw it for the 25th anniversary actually? I think I'd actually look that up for a bit. Let's have a butcher's actually. Let's see what's going down. Hold on. JoJo 25th anniversary book. Can't spell book. I'm actually kind of surprised. It's actually not terribly priced. It's actually pretty freaking good. It's actually not so bad. I don't think you actually just buy it outright from Amazon or something like that. 24 plus tax from eBay. Same place you can get it. Damn it. Oh, so Oda drew Jotaro. Ah. Hold on, Clamp drew, is it Jolene, I think? Is it Jolene? I think it is. I mean, damn. Oh, Kishimoto drew Giorno. That's pretty freaking cool. I just want to see my browser history now. My browser history is a load of me googling different anime. It's actually really freaking boring. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying beforehand with JoJo was oh yes, it was Jolene. I thought her name was Jolene. I was like, is it Jolene? Am I getting that wrong? No, but it was Jolene. I thought, I knew I was right. I'll have to hunt that book down actually and see whether or not I actually can get it. It'd be pretty freaking neat to have it. Christ, throat's going a bit weird. But yeah, the stakes are very much higher in JoJo right now. And I think that's actually the best thing about the whole entire series is the fact this kind of elevated idea of tension. Like, nothing's completely okay. And I actually quite like that. My mouse just fell down. Is he as well? I have to go look at that afterwards. But yeah, I think all in all, his art was actually really freaking good, just to kind of just give us some more context on Narancia. We got to know his backstory and how he works, and also his stand's pretty freaking neat as well. I actually quite like it all round. It's actually a pretty freaking fantastic arc. But yes, with all that said, because my throat's in a little bit weird, I thought I'd cut this one a little bit shorter. I shall see you guys later. So if you have enjoyed this stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.